Hey there guys, welcome to the grand finale of Bow Week. This is the 5th tutorial to be posted this week and the last day of Bow Week here on the channel. So hopefully you guys like the week so far. Let's dive headfirst into our last tutorial for the week. So in this video we're going to be making reversible circle bows, and you probably don't know what those are, but I'm actually going to be showing them to you as we make them in the tutorial here. For this video I'm going to be using the Union Jack tape and the mustache print. I've been using a lot of Union Jack this week, but it's actually one of my favorite prints. I wanted to kind of use as much as possible here. For this video you're also going to need kind of like a small alligator clip. This isn't quite an alligator clip because it doesn't have the teeth in it, but you need something along the lines like this. You can probably also get away with using a bobby pin, but the direct clips are definitely not going to work for this specific tutorial. So let's get started here. So the first step is to cut out 6 strips of tape that are 3.5 inches long each. And much like the other bows that we've been making this week, I'm actually going to be utilizing the top and bottom to be the same color, and then the middle will be just one single color, and that's kind of like what we've been doing the entire week here. So what we're going to do is take our strips and we're going to stick them together. And it's actually going to be really cool, and after this segment, after we stick them all together, we're going to actually connect them all together into one giant piece instead of just applying them all, and connecting them separately, which is going to be kind of cool. So take your last 2 strips and stick them together just like these two. So once you have your 3 strips stuck together, we're actually going to take one more 3.5 inch strip. I'm going to cut that into 1/4 inch segments straight across. And then what I'm going to do is arrange them so I have the Union Jack on top, which of course will be the top part of the bow, and I'm going to arrange the mustache so that it's overlapping it by just a little bit here. And once I get that to a nice spot, I'm going to take my piece of Union Jack tape, my small strip, and I'm simply going to connect these 2 pieces together just like that. Then I'm going to take my second Union Jack piece, and I'm going to do exactly the same thing on the bottom here by sticking this piece right here. So we have this side connected down. Now we're going to flip the whole thing over. 2 more strips. One's going to go right here and seal that part up, and then one's going to go right here and seal that part up. So now we're all good with sealing the entire thing up. Now if you do have a small piece of strip left, you can actually take that and cut it in half, and we're going to use this to kind of round off the edges on the top and bottom, and this will actually make it look a lot better in the end. You definitely want to do this if you're trying to make your bow reversible, which is exactly what we're doing for the video here. So I'm going to take these 2 pieces, and I'm simply going to round off the edges here like that, and then wrap it around the other side. And then we'll start folding it. Now we're going to fold this exactly the same way that we've been folding a lot of our bows over the past week. So we're actually going to, fold them in half just like this. And you want to kind of fold it to where the kind of like where the next segment begins. It's going to be a little tricky because you did cover up a little bit of that segment, but it's not going to be a huge issue. So we're going to fold it in like that, and then that's going to get full like this, then like that, then like this, and kind of just back and forth until you get a totally folded bow. And of course they should all roughly be exactly the same segments. You can always unfold it once again and kind of do it all over again, but if you look at the side they should be all roughly the same size. So make sure that's good and creased down, and then we're going to take another strip. We're going to cut it about 3.5 inches. It should be long enough to wrap around the entire thing. I'm going to cut out a small piece of that from that. And we're going to find the center of the bow. It might take you 1 or 2 tries just to find the exact center, but that looks pretty good right there. We're going to wrap this all the way around the bow. Kind of seal it in, make sure that it's all stuck down when you're doing this. And this will definitely wrap around more than once, which is fine. I decided to make the Union Jack color because that's the color of the outside pieces. Now what we want to do is kind of fan it out like this. And then what we're going to do is simply connect the 2 pieces at the 2 ends. Now all I did was cut out a few small pieces here, and what we're going to do is it's real simple. We're just going to stick part of it on one side, fold it all the way to the end. You want to line it up so it's totally rounded, and that's why I call them circle bows. See, it looks pretty cool, huh? So we're going to take one on each side. And even though you're doing this on one side and it's going to probably stay, stuck together, you also want to do it on the other side as well. So take those 2 other strips and stick them down right there and there. So doesn't that look cool? I think it looks pretty sweet. And the best part about it is that it's actually reversible, so you can, turn on both sides and it doesn't look, all crazy on one side and nice on the other side. So now we're going to take the part with the alligator clip, or the clip that's kind of like an alligator clip, and I'm going to simply stick this through the back here. and there should be enough room that you can slide one of these clips in like this. If there isn't, you might have to make a small little loop and then slip that through the one side. But the cool part is that you can attach that to your hair, and then when you're done using that side, you can take it out, flip it over, and then stick the piece through this part as well. If it's a little tight, like I said, make that small loop that you can slip it right through. Sometimes it gets caught on the sticky part, but if you try to apply it a little bit easier, it goes right through. So that's how to make reversible circle bows, as I call them. I think they're really cool, that they really allow you to make the colors pop from the duct tape. So definitely try to make them out of a lot of different colors that use a lot of different colors, like the Graffiti 2.0, which has a bunch of different colors going on in there. The blue surf is another great example. Definitely try to go with the printed tapes, because I think you can compare the two. I think the Union Jack and the mustache looks a lot cooler than just the plain here, but it's totally up to you. You can make them any colors you want to, and you can also experiment with different kinds of clips as well to kind of give that reversible feel to it. So hopefully you guys liked the video, and that will wrap up Bow Week here on the channel. So it's been a great week, and hopefully you guys liked it as much as I did.